Why does this camera always make me figure out what time it is in Lisbon? Hey, it's me, Manic Mark, coming to you from the Art Villa. Basically, in the middle of March, and I haven't been around much because I decided to just do yard work and housework, mostly along with the jobs that I do anyway. So I got this idea for a painting. I thought I'd discuss it before I actually did the painting. But first, I'm just going to show you stuff that's going on around here, because it's the balloons are already falling off the trees because it's been so warm. So today I did painting. I painted some lawn furniture on the back porch with some paint I had in the basement. Okay, and then I had to clean these up and put a new coat of water-based urethane on them. These I got out of the trash and I put them together. They were in pieces, but they're made out of teak, and they're really nice benches. I was happy to get those in the trash. Anyway, going out to the garden. Hey, there's Mr. Burns. He's out here enjoying the spring sun. Hey, buddy, you just enjoying the spring sun out here, dude? Just sitting out here, soaking up some rays. Cool. Had to rip out everything. It took, like I said, literally 60 hours to rip out. I mean, I've sprayed the weeds in the sidewalk, but I ripped out all those bricks because of the damn thistle. There, I said it. It's going to make me go crazy. This is what I hate. Thistle. This stuff's really horrible, too. Thistle. I hate thistle. There's more of it. Damn you, thistle. Damn you. Damn you all to hell. Anyway, those are low-growing irises, but they're variegated. Meaning variegated means there's more than one color in a leaf. Okay? I don't know anything about this stuff, but because I've been digging up so much crap, I know not to dig up the good stuff and to leave it, and then to dig up the bad stuff. Things are just going crazy. Oh, there's some pretty flowers right there. Okay. All right. What I wanted to talk about, this painting I think I'm going to do, is based on this thing I keep thinking about. And it's a year before my mom died. The aunt I grew up with, where I grew up, I hadn't seen her since I was a kid, but they had moved away anyway, and she died, and her husband, her two boys, one of which lived in town and the other one lived somewhere else. He came in, and we met them in this little town for dinner at this restaurant, and it's just one of these things where, how sensitive are you not to know that things are just strange? Okay, just wanted to show them. We'll just go out through here and see. Hey, you can't go anywhere. Now you're gonna bark because you're mad. He didn't bark. That's funny. He must be too hot. It's a record. It's a record today. So we got magnolias. There's the magnolia tree. Let's get a close-up of those little weird little magnolia bud things right there. That's so weird. That's very weird. So there you go. The magnolia trees blooming out. They had to dig up all these weeds. Truckload, probably a whole half-ton truck full of weeds. There's the weeping cherry tree. There's the weeping cherry tree. That's all coming out. Had to clean up all this. Got some these. I ripped out a bunch of those because, oh, there's more. I missed that. But this is so packed in here. This stuff, I hate this stuff too. This stuff just goes all over. You got to get the root system. If you don't get the roots, you're just cultivating it by pulling your weeds. But this iris patch needs to be dug up, and I didn't do that. I know, it was 60 hours. Oh, look, there's more of that. But the thing of it is, I've got this. You see this here? This is the best tool ever. This is an A.M. Leonard garden knife. But it's just life, but nonetheless, it's a strange story. So we're in the restaurant, the only good restaurant in town, which is not saying much, okay? It's kind of, so first of all, you're in this sort of this pseudo upscale environment, and it's only upscale because it's the best restaurant in this little town and there's nowhere else to go. So when people go there, they're feeling a little bit uppity up, you know what I mean? Just so you're there, so you feel less relaxed perhaps than if you were at the Frisch's Big Boy with the lights up, right? It's kind of dark in the restaurant. So we're in there, my uncle's in there. We walk in the door. First of all, we walk in the door, they're already there, okay? And everybody in our families are giants compared to this family, and they're all small people. So the first thing one of the two brothers says is, boy, you guys grew up, and that's kind of funny. See, the thing of it is, I was uncomfortable because I put on a damn dress jacket, and it was too small for me. So not only am I much taller and I'm bigger, but the jacket is too small, so it's kind of like a World War I trench knife without the brass knuckles on it. So if somebody sneaks up on you while you're gardening, you can whip around and stab them to death because they just scared you. You know, you probably get in trouble doing that. But anyway, see, I broke this. Not inside a person, but I broke it digging up irises. Snapped right in two. And I sent them an email, and they just sent me a new one. They didn't ask to see a picture or anything. So that was pretty cool. But I welded it back together. You can see that I welded. So I have two of them now. I have a nice one, then I have Manic marks. And you got to get underneath you got to get the whole weeds, the whole root structure out. This is going to be a long video. I was going to do a painting. But now I'm forcing you to watch me weed. And I know that's not very exciting, but, and I told you I spent 60, what did you spend your 60 hours doing? Look at all those weeds. God, that I didn't get in here because the irises were so thick. I just broke that. Now I'm in big trouble. Oh, I smashed that. I didn't even mean to. Oh man, I smashed that thing. But these things, you buy these things, and they blow up. Anyway, they just blow up, and then your wife gets mad at you when. I shouldn't put that. I have to cut that out because I'm going to get in big trouble. See, there's more of this viney shit in here. All I'm doing is just cultivating it. See, sometimes you just have to sacrifice a plant. You just have to rip it right out. By the way, did I say this was gardening with Manic Mark? I had no intentions of doing this. I shouldn't have been wearing a damn jacket. Anyway, so one of the brothers is very successful, and the other brother just went all over trying to do something. Now that I'm older, I understand all this. Why people are successful. All I got to do is look at myself in the mirror, and I understand how you can go from job to job to job, and things don't. Life is there's weird, okay, with luck and everything, and whatever's going on. Anyway, so then he's there with the other guy's there with his daughter, and his daughter has tattoos, not a bunch, but just enough so you can see them on her arms and stuff, you know. So. I better get ahead of the story. So anyway, we're in there. Let's get rid of the evidence on that thing I smashed. I smashed this thing over here too. That ball's gone. I dropped something on that. I smashed that unintentionally. And then wait a minute. Those aren't any good because the light's not right. But I put these Christmas things up, and when they catch the light, it looks like they're plugged in. Kind of like the stripper pole in the middle of the staircase there. Anyway, okay. We're going to go over here. I had a tune to play, too. I wanted to tell the story, and then I wanted to play the tune. And here we are. I ripped all this out. This is where all that ground weed barrier that doesn't stop weeds. They're inside. See those green stick-em-ups? I call them stick-up weeds. Those are the sons of bitches that are like onions, and you can't get them out. You got to get them, and they just spread like crazy. Look, there's crap there coming up. I didn't get that. This is no good. I forgot. Jesus Christ. There's some really nice variegated grass. I love that. Okay. And the other guy, the other brother who lives in town, he's very dour, not very happy, kind of grumpy. But my brother, who's tells me he's into guns, and my brother hates guns. You know, my brother's the total opposite from me, okay? I don't know, what am I showing here? I should just show the pool and talk. So, I try to talk about some guns, and he perks up a little bit, but he's into some stuff. I don't know what he's got. So that conversation falls flat. The girl's sitting next to me, and with their daughter, okay, she's got the tattoos, and at the time I'm kind of like, tattoos are interesting, but you know, I come from a small town where it was like, you didn't get a tattoo unless you're from the wrong side of the tracks, and what were you thinking? Okay, so I grew up with this thinking, right? And this is probably why I'm still kind of like upset, because I said, why do you get them? And I can't remember what she said, but the daughter said something like, I don't know what. And I said to the daughter, well, I guess you won't be getting any then. Well, you know, I was presumptuous. I presumed that the woman that got the tattoos, having got a few, knew better than to get more anyway, or liked what she did. So that was really embarrassing on my part. I had to grow up some there. Why show stuff with your shadow in it? You should have this thing turned on. Let's go turn this thing on. I need to turn this thing on. The fountain, I didn't turn the fountain on, so we're gonna... Shut up, stupid plane! Yeah, there's enough noise in the world. You don't need noisy planes. The Jeep is running. The Jeep is running now. I don't understand why the Jeep is running. And they didn't fix it, but they fixed it when they didn't fix it. They didn't charge me because they said they didn't know what they did, but now it's running and it's still running, so knocking on wood, it's still running. Okay, now we're coming back. We're gonna look at the heads in the pool. There. Just soak in the bubbling water and look at the heads for a minute. Okay, that's enough. This is a video. You can't spend all day out here. So but I wasn't being... Oh, and then my uncle, his wife just dies. He's sitting there. He's like, oh, little Mark, how you doing? But that's the end of it, because he's suffering from dementia, right? And then he forgets, and then he's like, looks at me, goes, well, who are you? And I'm like, well, oh, Mark. And he just, every 5 minutes, he forgets everything that happened 5 minutes before. Damn plane's making too much noise anyway. Come on, run. Run with your trench knife. Did your mom ever tell you not to run with scissors? Yes, but she never said don't run with a trench knife. That's what I'm doing. Stop it, you're being stupid. We gotta get this video finished. Look, this thing bloomed like for 2 days. This other magnolia. Now it's dropping all its damn blooms. Coming out. There's Hoover. He ran out here to say hi. Gonna say hi, Hoover. Say happy spring. Yeah, don't say anything. Jesus. Yeah, now you're saying it. They had to dig up all this weed patch here. That was a super big weed patch. I hear him. He goes to the bathroom, and I hear him crying down the hall. And his boys are just sitting there. Why? Because, to my shock, they were still sitting there. I understand, because they've been dealing with this forever, and they're probably half crazy. So I go down, like, who are you? And I said, oh, Mark, how you doing? Where am I? I'm like, you're just down the hall, we're having dinner. Oh, okay. So he comes out. It was, that fountain blew up. Not that one, but another fountain blew up thing. And then this was a giant weed patch back in here. And so everything's coming up. And I'm tired now that I ran. What do you call these things? Daisies and shit? Look. See, that's already dead too. I wanted to show that, and it's already dying. These tulips. Tulips, what the fuck are they? Daisies or shit? I don't know. Little tulips, I guess. The whole evening was just trying to connect somehow, not being able to, saying the wrong thing, dealing with Don with his dementia, feeling uncomfortable with my mother who I had control issues with. I don't know about gardening, I just dig weeds. Put all the mulch down. What was I going to say? Oh, the weed whacker. Everything started. I haven't tried the tractor yet, but the weed whacker started. Didn't start. I had to take the carburetor off of it, because it's either the diaphragm and the carburetor or the little pressure bulb, or probably the fuel lines, but I'm just going to do everything and rebuild that little stupid carburetor. Probably doesn't need it. Not wanting to say anything that's going to upset my brother, but yet trying to engage the guy who's against all my brother's thinking with some conversation. And to this day, it's like a really odd. I'll replace the diaphragm in it first and put it back together and see if it runs. But that's what I've been doing. Nah, you can't get out. Anyway, I need to make a painting about that. I hope you've been, I don't know what you've been looking at. The water and the pond with the heads and the garden. And I've been going through this thing and I want to do a painting based on that. Okay, here's a song. Here's a song, a traditional Crete, island of Crete song. It's like from another planet. I meant to play it. I'm going to play it because I don't care. It's my video. I can make it as long as I want. Remember, don't run with your garden knife. You could hurt somebody. I should back up and make sure that everybody knows that you shouldn't stab people with your garden knife before I turn the camera off. Where's the button?